So if their hair is already all the way on top of their head, like Olivia's is, you don't need to take it down. But if it's not all the way at the top of their head like a unicorn, you gotta get it up there. And if their hair is really silky or clean, I like to put hairspray in it first to rough it up a little bit so that it's easier to put up. My goodness, Kate.
It is the same bow, but well, jeez, I guess I should have spent that 20 minutes cleaning your bow this morning. The Eagles weren't overtime. That's what took me so long.
Okay, so once you get the ponytail up, you want it to be all the way on top of their head like a unicorn. Only 2 or 3 fingers of space in front. So like Savannah's, I would have come a little more forward. Same with Cassidy, like another inch forward. You only want a couple of fingers because once they start tumbling, it's gonna flip back.
All right, sorry, kiddo.
Okay, so once you have the first ponytail on there, you're gonna take your extra ponytail holders and stack them on top. Think I Dream of Jeannie.
How many do you want?
So this is new. So for our returners, this is new. You're gonna do at least 3 or 4. It should be 2 to 3 fingers high so that it sticks up over the ponytail or over your bow once it's in.
Dave, I can't hold this and can you figure there's a comb in there. You're gonna dump everything in about 2 seconds.
Yours is already sticking out.
So you want it to be
I gotta do more.
at least 2 to 3 fingers high.
I'm gonna have you.
Any questions on that? Okay, so once you have your I Dream of Jeannie ponytail in, you're gonna take your bow, pull it around, and pull it underneath the very, very bottom. Turn to the side. All the way underneath, and then bring it around as tight as you can get it. Well, I would leave it a little looser actually so it's easier to get out later on. So you don't have to like really crank that one down as long as your top ponytails are tightened as much as they can be. And then because the ponytails are so high, it forces the bow to stay up. And then the pony, your hair is already standing up on its own, which is nice. You don't have to tease quite as intensely to get it to stand up. Yeah. I would do one more. All right, so once you have this done, then you're gonna put your shower cap on. I don't have one for Kate, but we would imagine, if you have an extra one, sure, that's awesome. Thank you.
No, we don't. Yeah. We'll just like hit use it.
No, that's good. I think that's good. Okay, so you're gonna take your shower cap and put it over the bow. This is protecting your bow and gonna keep it really pretty and shiny and sparkly all season long. If you just continue to hairspray it, it's gonna get dulled out like they did last year. So this is what we found out works. So once your shower cap is on, you're gonna flip the ponytail over. Turn around for me, Kate, actually. We're gonna flip you. So you're gonna flip the hair over your ponytail and you're gonna start with a small layer at the bottom with your teasing comb. Pull that out. And you're gonna take whatever you're using to tease with, whether it be hairspray, powder, lifting spray, whatever it is you're choosing to tease with, you're going to really get that bottom layer going. Start at the top and work your way down. So it's going to gradually, you're gonna get it really, really, really knotted up. You don't wanna see any straight strands of hair underneath there on these first handful of layers. The more ratted up it is on the bottom, the better the rest of it is gonna stand up and look really pretty on top. don't worry about this being ugly because you're not going to see it. It goes away.
Do we sit straight?
Yes. Okay, so that's my first layer. That's what it looks like. So now we're gonna work our way up. In the first, probably 3 on Kate because she's got a lot of hair, will look just like this. So I'm going all super teased. Super, super teased. I don't want to see any straight hair on the bottom here. And if their hair is dirty, this works better. So I would recommend not showering the day/night, or at least not washing their hair, because it really makes a big difference. If their hair is dirty, it helps make it knot up, and it's gonna make your life easier. Okay, so now that I'm about halfway through, I have a good chunk of hair left, but I'm gonna start toning down my teasing a little bit and leaving the top quarter not sprayed and not teased. So I'm gonna start about halfway down to 3/4 of the way down and still rat it up a lot under here, but keep the top straight. And then I'm gonna take this piece that I just did and spread it out so it starts to fall and hide that underneath with that straight hair. And so we're gonna keep doing that for the next few layers. And then once you get to your top 2, you're gonna back it off even more and only tease a little bit in the very back of it so that the front stays pretty.
Did she just have the one? I got it back to you.
And still spreading it out over the top so that it doesn't just become chunky in the middle. And at this point, I'm gonna start smoothing it out back here too. And then if it starts to weigh down a little bit, I'll show you guys a trick how to keep it standing up at the end. All right, so I only have a little bit left on Kate, so this is where I'm really gonna start to tone it down. I'm only gonna spray the back, and I'm only going to tease the back portion of it a little bit. The front is staying smooth and straight. And then still spreading it out over the top. Ooh, Kate, this looks good. I'm really proud of myself today. All of the hair I've done is so good. And same thing for this top layer. I'm just gonna give it a really light tease. Make sure it stays as pretty as possible, not super ratted up top, and then spread it out over the top. And then I'm gonna give it one more spray just to hold it in place. Smooth that out. And then the hair should be flat ironed so that you won't see the curliness here. It would just be completely straight and nice and pretty. And then, does anyone have a bobby pin I can steal from you? Oh. Sports. Okay, So here's the trick to getting this to really stand up and stay standing. So we're gonna flip it over again now that we're done. Take that very bottom layer that we did, literally tie it up into a ball, take it and just shove it in there. Take your bobby pin, go up into the rat's nest, and then down into the genie. And now it really stands up there.
Oh, hey, you just grew by about a foot and a half.
Dolly Parton.
So that takes a lot of the work out of it because if you're not really confident in your teasing or you just don't have time or whatever, tease it as much as you can underneath and get that bobby pin and just crank it down in there and it forces it to stand up and then it stays. So now, turn around. So now she's above her bow. And it stays up there nice and tall.
I don't know what that looks.
Quit looking.
It doesn't feel.
And then if, ooh, no, what did I do? Lord. Oh, there we go. And then if the bow still doesn't want to cooperate, you would take a bobby pin, preferably a light colored one.
Why are you so tall?
Straddle the chair,
Kate.
like straddle the chair face that way. Okay. So you would take, hers is standing up really pretty, but if for some reason, like it just doesn't want to, take a bobby pin with the squiggly side down, and you can just pin it straight in. And then it makes it stay there.
I think we spray painted a couple of Ava's like silver last year. So so if you can't find silver ones, then it doesn't make them look as
Make sense?
What is this?
Cool, that's it.
What is it?